everybody and welcome to my channel. Can you give me that thumbs up and can you make sure you're subscribed? Now let's get started in the video. Hi everybody, I just wanted to share with you a little bit what today consists of for me, and that is tax day. Woohoo! Can we hear a woohoo? You know, I shared with you all of my firsts. Like the first time I opened a bank account for YouTube, and the first time I got my paycheck with YouTube. And this year, I'm really working on with my taxes. And so it is amazing all the pages of receipts that I have and everything that I'm using to use for my taxes for my channel. But I thought it was just really interesting to share with you. I kind of made a portfolio, and that is every year I'm going to do this from now on. And in the front of it I show my channel, and I'm at 35.5. When I printed this out, I'm 35.6 now. So every year it's going to be exciting because I'm going to share with you a little bit my portfolio, and I'm sharing with you, and that way my CPA can see all about my channel. He's an older gentleman, and I'm his first YouTuber. Woohoo! How exciting! And so he wasn't sure what YouTube was all about, so I had to share him, and I'm going to show him, you know, what my channel looks like and everything. So that's just something I'm working on today. So let's get started in the rest of my day, because who knows what it's going to be. Back everybody. Well, that was a fun office trip, and it was really entertaining for me because I'm learning all of these things about being a woman of the world. But I wanted to share with you what I'm working on today, and I also wanted to share with you this beautiful card that Marin, M-A-R-I-N, made for me. You know, my subscribers are all ages, and she loves my channel. Here you go, take a look. Isn't that dear? And so I'm going to put this on my refrigerator. So I just wanted to share that with you. She is a 6-year-old adopted child from China. So she just loves my channel, and I just told her that I would share this with the world and share this with all of you. So Marin, if I'm not pronouncing that right, you gotta correct me on that. It's M-A-R-I-N. Marin. Hi. Okay. So I am working on updating my journal for my garden, and I just wanted to share with you that I started researching the Peter Rabbit gardens, and it's really interesting. And so Mother Earth Living actually has an article on Peter Rabbit gardens, and in the Mother Earth Living, now I will try to share with you the link in my description box because I know a lot of you enjoy knowing where I get my information. But they talked about all the plants and what the plants mean. Let me show you. So these are all of the plants and what they mean and why they were planted in Beatrix Potter's garden. And it is amazing. So each plant, it tells you where in the book that it was talked about. I thought that was fascinating. I know not everybody's into what I'm into, but this is what I'm working on today. It's kind of one of those office days where you don't feel like doing a whole lot of chores. But let me show you something else. So among my research, I found all kinds of information on people that grow a Peter Rabbit garden. And then Peter Rabbit actually has a garden. They actually have Beatrix Potter's place that you can go visit. And so there's a whole map of it, of the garden and everything like that. So what I'm doing is I'm compiling this. So I'm putting it in here with all of my other papers about gardening. And I'm working on all of my journals about it, which you're going to see next week. This video, I'm not going to talk too much about it because this video is actually going to be next week. But I'm just fascinated with all this. I'm finding all kinds of information out, and I'm really excited this year. I have a deep passion for growing things and for making things a little bit different this year. So this is what I'm working on, and you're going to see that next week. But I wanted to share with you also someone else that I just totally adore. And this is John Seymour. So this is John Seymour, and I know the book is in bad shape. This was an old library book, but this is John Seymour, and he is amazing. He talks a lot about self-sufficiency, but he has, and I'll try to show you this book as well. He has the winter garden, and this is how I want to have my garden laid out. So he's got the winter garden, and then he has, if I can find it, everything about propagating plants, everything about every vegetable he grows. Now I'm trying to find you his, I've had this now for 15 years. And then it's the fall garden and then the summer garden. Now I'm telling you, if I would live here the rest of my life, I would be doing this. I'm not 100% sure how long I will live here, if I would live here the rest of my life. But wherever I settle and whenever I know that I'm living, wherever I'm living the rest of my life, I'm doing this. I am so doing this. This would be my dream. So they have like little buildings here like Williamsburg, Virginia, and then he has the gardens all around it. I think this is absolutely adorable, and that's what I want to have. In the UK, they have what they call allowments, and they have things like this. So I just really love that. I love that look. So that is what's inspiring me. That's what's inspiring me these days. And whenever I have a little extra time, yeah, I do have some extra time sometimes. I work on things like that, and I research things on the internet, and I think it's going to be so much fun for you to follow along with me and just see how a normal girl like me, who doesn't have a whole lot of income, can create something that's pretty and can create something that's really unique. And so that's what I like to do on my channel. You know, it's so easy to do things when you can go and buy everything, but if you don't have the money to buy everything, you know, then you think outside the box. And sometimes I think, you know what, it's great if you don't have all the money in the world, because then it helps you create creativity. And that's what was happening in the Victory Gardens. You know, back in the wars, when we had the Victory Gardens, people had to think outside the box. They didn't have money to go to the nearest Tractor Supply store and buy a garden in a box and things like that. So that's what I'm going to be sharing a lot with you. And thank you so much for joining me today on Friday and coming along with me, and all the excitement of just all these things that I'm learning. And, you know, it's a wonderful world out there, and it's a lot for me to learn, and I'm just so thankful that I was able to learn it. I may be 50 years old, a little old to be learning all these new things, but, you know, it's so interesting. And even though I wish I didn't have to pay taxes, and taxes are really hard on me, but for the first time in my life, I'm earning Social Security. Now, the question is, will Social Security be around when I need it? Probably not. That's my thinking. But you know what? I'm earning it anyhow, and it gives me a great feeling of satisfaction. And it makes me think that, you know what? If I can do it, anybody can do it. And this world, and especially in the United States, we have so many opportunities to grow and learn. And I'm really thankful that I'm living in this country. I'm really thankful that I'm able to do these things. And I'm really grateful for all of you, because like I always tell you, what do I say? If it wasn't for all of you, what would I be with these videos? But you know, I'm hoping someday my grandchildren will see all these videos. And I know they're inspired by the way I live now, and maybe by the time that they're grandmas and they have children of their own and grandchildren, maybe they'll live a little bit like me. That would be pretty great, I think. Take care, everyone. See you guys tomorrow. And you know what? Life is all about what you make it, isn't it now? And you know, there's a lot of things in this world that we wish we could change, and there's a lot of things in this world that are just in turmoil. But you know what? In our hearts and in our lives, we can have a little peace, can't we? So what I'm working on today is, this is my clothespin bag. I need to wash it and clean all the clothespins. Mama wouldn't be happy with me if she knew that I kept this out. I try to bring it in when I can, but I always forget. And so the clothespins are nasty and dirty. So what I'm going to do is fill them up with boiling water, and I'm going to wash them and then dry them out in the sun. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to work on that today. And now I'm going to go and wash this. A couple years ago, my mom always made my clothespin bags, and of course 9 years ago my mom couldn't do any of that anymore. And I told the story, and my best friend, she made me a clothespin bag. She made that for me, and it's in memory of my mother, and I keep the tradition alive. And so we're going to wash this and get these clothespins looking brand new again. Again, everybody, for watching my videos. To the 42.2% who aren't subscribed to me, can you subscribe? It would be so kind of you to do so. See you tomorrow. Bye.